Hey guys, I am Twaun X and this is the Take Podcast. On today's show, we will be talking about Don't Smile with the Crocodile, based off a guy that mistakenly thought that a real crocodile was a statue and tried to take a selfie with it. We all know how that ends. So I'm going to break down that story and then give you the lessons that I seen from it right here. And here's that story right here, guys. Tourist bitten by crocodile while taking a selfie at a zoo because he thought the animal was fake. A man visiting a zoo was attacked by a crocodile after he climbed into the animal's enclosure to pose for photos. The man, identified by the Manila Bulletin as a 29-year-old, climbed over a chain-link fence with a cell phone in hand at the Cabug Island Mangrove and Wetlands Park in the Philippines, southern Zamboanga, Sibugay province on Monday, April 28th. In a video obtained by viral press, onlookers could be heard screaming at the man and the crocodile after it bit him on the arm and held on tight. Though the man could be seen sitting still as he awaited help, the crocodile, a female named Lele, dragged him through the shallow water and rolled over, twisting his arm even further as he screamed in pain. Police officers told the media that the man had climbed into the enclosure because he thought the crocodile was fake. The tourist walked around the area, then he saw the crocodile, which he thought was just a plastic fixture. Police Staff Sergeant Joel Sajago of the Sai Municipal Police told multiple outlets per the Daily Mail. He climbed the fence and entered the enclosure, and the crocodile attacked him, Sajoga added. The bulletin reported that the man was mentally impaired. Video footage showed Lele rolling the man multiple times in what scientists called a death roll, a tactic used by many types of crocodilian species to kill prey and tear it apart for consumption. According to viral press per the Daily Mail, the zookeeper in charge of Lele had attempted to stop the man from climbing the fence beforehand and eventually entered the enclosure himself to rescue the 29-year-old, allegedly hitting the crocodile over the head with a piece of concrete to force her to open her mouth. Paramedics were eventually called to the scene. The outlets reported they found that the man's right arm and leg had been bitten, and he was taken to Dr. Hofer Memorial Hospital, where he received more than 50 stitches per the bulletin. This kind of behavior is very dangerous. Nobody should ever enter an animal's enclosure of the zoo, Sajoga added to local media. He put other people's lives at risk, and he is very lucky to have survived. What an interesting story. So, what I want to break down is from that story, guys. This is a very interesting situation, and I feel sorry for that guy hearing that he was mentally ill. And that also ties into the narrative that I want to bring forth to you guys today. Don't smile with the crocodile. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to break it down as far as with the game, because a lot of people out here, there are a lot of stuff that we are attracted to that we should not be attracted to. And we know it, but we like it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like a dude. You want to get mad at the woman for being a hoe when you knew she was a hoe when you got with her. So why you acting like she not a hoe all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? We get with a bitch and then we act like we forget that she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying, nigga? That's what you liked her. I mean, that's why everything that happened that first night and all that. And as far as the ladies on this, man, y'all know y'all got it coming, because y'all definitely love the NBA young boy, your younger women, and the whole street type guy. And you know, a lot of us fall into that category. The older generation, I would say, we have more of a mature mind frame behind it. But you women seem to like this image more than just a classical man, a traditional man, stand-up man, even whitewash, a more preppy type man. And that's to your own detriment. One thing that I hate to see is when I see somebody like that I know on social media with a motherfucker I know they shouldn't be fucking with, right? And they be all happy about it. She's like, yeah. And you know, the crocodile is standing on side of their ass. It's the motherfucker that's sitting there when they sitting there. You know, that is sitting like, yes, please don't nobody blow my cover. Please don't let none of these motherfuckers blow my cover before I get this motherfucker. Now, as far as with that story, man, the way I see it, man, when you don't smile with the crocodile. Now, all the signs were there for this guy. You had somebody say, no, wait, don't do it, don't go in. They tried to lock him off. First of all, it was already locked off. Then, so you had to go over and do extra to fulfill this goal. You see what I'm saying? And the motherfucker that you coming at know that your ass don't know no better. So I can only imagine what this crocodile was thinking when he seen that motherfucker come over. That motherfucker probably got real stiff, y'all. I'm talking about real stiff. That motherfucker was trying not to smile. That motherfucker did that bitch. Please, I know in his mind it was like an old Bugs Bunny commercial or something, but they got the knife and the fork and rubber. Yes, please come. Don't move. He telling us don't move. Don't move. This stupid motherfucker done came that close. And all you hear is a motherfucker getting chomped on, sounding like a goddamn chicken getting a dick put in. Wah! And that motherfucker was chopping his ass and then pulled the death roll. That nigga had already had, when I grab this motherfucker, I'ma chop and I'ma tuck and roll, and these motherfuckers ain't gonna get here in time. And that's what happens in our relationships a lot of times, guys. I'm not to shit on that guy. He's mentally impaired, but you're not. So it makes sense for him. What about you? Why are you smiling with the crocodile? And I want to break down some game for y'all on that, man, because I really got some pointers for y'all, man, because a few things kind of hit me about that scenario, you know, as far as what I've learned from the game, the mistakes I've seen, and the mistakes that I've been through. And the first thing that I really want to kind of just skim over real quick is the problem with believing in our own fantasies. You see what I'm saying? Because I believe that a lot of us know bullshit when we see it. You know what I'm saying? We know bullshit when we see it, and it can be written as plain as day right there on the person. I believe in psychology there's like over 8 or 12 things or some shit like that. It's been a long time since I studied that. But that you can notice social cues from a person's appearance, their body language, everything that there is about them. And a lot of people are kind of falling in love with the whole hip hop, superstar, rock star image type of guy. And a lot of us from the streets have mastered the art of making ourselves appear in that manner, because a lot of women kind of go for that. The problem with that is that you don't know the wolf behind the sheep's clothing. You see what I'm saying? Because the best predators blend into the jungle, guys. The best predators blend in. They're not going to stand out because nobody's going to be the fuck around them. So let's go ahead and get that understood. You see what I'm saying? So understand that most of the time, the stuff that we find that's common, that our friends and validate, probably not our family. Our family usually has a better judgment of decision unless they're just hating. But our friends, usually, because they have similar likes as us, we all probably making the same mistakes. So it's better to have somebody a little bit older, a little bit wiser when it comes in that department. So let's be careful with believing in our own fantasies, because I believe a person knows when a person is lying to them, but they want to believe that lie. They're just hoping that it comes true. You see what I'm saying? So I really want to skim over that. Another thing about that is the problem with mistaking a person's appearance for intentions. And now I'm going to flip that the opposite way. This is not necessarily the street guy. This is the totally square guy, the really devastating wolf in sheep's clothing. This is why you always see, to me, these are guys that on the extreme level. These are like the pastors messing with the children. These weird, the extra weird situations, all that. Yeah, because they really knew how to blend into society to do all of those predatory things that they already have been having, and it already is in them. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times we got a lot of people that's happy that go out. Maybe we just come out of a relationship. Maybe we new to dating. Maybe whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just hopeless romantics and not realizing that the other side may not have that integrity, may not have that character, and you are the lick. Now, I did skim on this a little bit earlier on my shows before videos. Are you sure you're not the prey? Please feel free to check that out down in my videos. It's some good game on there, guys. And the last thing I want to touch on quickly is be careful about Eskimos selling you ice, right? Because everybody always want to say that they can say, I can sell ice to an Eskimo, right? Well, I believe in selling jackets to an Eskimo. And a lot of people, they will come around and we all have different psychological strengths. Don't get it twisted. Everybody got some game. We're born trying to manipulate the world. Starts off as a baby. So when a person, what I consider is selling you ice instead of selling you jacket, meaning they selling you all the shit that you want, but not necessarily the shit that you need. You see what I'm saying? They selling you all that shit. Like if they looking at, they know you smoke cigarettes. Well, you know you really want to kind of quit, but they know that's gonna pacify you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe food addiction, maybe clothes addiction, maybe sex addiction. You know, whatever it is, it's probably not the things that would end game minded. To whereas you know you're gonna be straight for shit show. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody putting no stocks in your motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting no real estate in your motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? They ain't bring you no precious metal, no ball of silver, no gold. Ain't been no business. I mean, just, you know, bought you some land, anything. You know, NFTs, give me some crypto, something. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing anything like that, and they're probably doing the minimal things that you are already doing to keep you content. You see what I'm saying? So be careful about that tactic too, because that's what wolves in sheep's clothing use to get close to you and let your guard down, because now you become to a certain degree dependent on the things that they bring to you to bring your contentment. And that's going to be my take about don't smile with the crocodile. Guys, I do not want to see you up on social media smiling with a motherfucker that we know that's about to take your head off, because I'm going to tell you something. The only time you see the predator's teeth is when they going to eat. So be careful. I don't even like motherfuckers smiling at me too much. I ain't going to lie to you. What are you smiling about? You know what I'm saying? What do you got? Because motherfuckers have a cake bake for you. So you got to be able to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really careful about the approach, really careful about how I let myself get close to people, because you're not gonna see the mask come off immediately. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see that crazy, that ugly, and when they get a hold of your ass, you see they had to hit the damn crocodile with a rock in the jaw to get rid of it. It's gonna have to be something drastic for you to get the fuck away from them, and it always ends up with some turmoil. Maybe you getting your ass whooped, going to jail, injured, something happened to a loved one or someone you care about. But let's go ahead and prevent that, because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, baby. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the game I have for you guys today. Don't smile at the crocodile. Please take the time to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And once again, I am Twaun X, and this is the Double Take Podcast.